Then God said to Elijah, he told him to go into the village of Zarephath, near the city of Sidon. He says, I instructed a widow there to feed you. Then he says, so he went to Zarephath. As he arrived at the gate of the village, and he saw a widow gathering sticks, and he asked her, would you please bring me a little cup of water? In life, there are some things that are doable stuff. Some things that you say, you know what, God, I can do that. That's doable. The doable stuff, the definition of the word doable is something that is tough, but the one doing it believes that he or she is capable of doing the task. Ask you to go and can you go and do this? Can you go and do that? And they think about, I can do that. I believe I can accomplish that task. And the widow felt that getting water for Jesus was doable. She felt like she could do that despite her own circumstances. Now, she wasn't in a good place. But when he made the request, after evaluating everything that she was dealing with, she came to the conclusion that that's doable. I can go and get you a little bit of water. And then in verses 11 through 12, goes on and it says, as she was going to get it, he called to her and says, bring me a bite of bread also. And then in 12, he says, but she said, I swear by the Lord, I can do the water. I can do the water. That's doable. But she said, I swear for God. I swear by the Lord your God. And I ain't got a single piece of bread in the house. All I got is just a handful of flour left in the jar and a little bit of cooking oil at the bottom of the jug. And what I was planning on doing, I was planning on gathering a few sticks to make some fire. And I was going to cook this last meal with the little bit of flour and the little bit of oil that I got left. And then after that, me and my son just going to go ahead and die. She was in a bad situation. And even in that situation, when he asked for the water, she said, I can do that right there. That's doable right there. But she said the bread, I can't do the bread. I can't do that. As this woman was going to make this sacrifice, despite her own struggles, the prophet, he requested more. He said, she was moving. She was moving. Y'all can pull the scripture down. She was moving. She said, I can do it. But on her way to go and do the doable thing, God asked her, God said, can you do this right here? And God, yeah, I can do that. And on your way, God asked you, well, in addition to, can you do this also? Like, oh, Lord, I might have to sacrifice too much. On her way in doing the doable thing, he asked for a little bit more, and she became extremely uncomfortable with the idea of sacrificing her last little bit. As she stated, in her words, it was her last meal. Now, God, I can handle going and showing up. But now you're trying to push me a little further to take on more responsibility? I don't know about that, God, because it's already tough for me anyway out here in these streets. And I don't think I can do that, God. God, I can handle, God, I can handle talking to you and praying to you, God, on my own. But the preacher just asked me to pray in front of everybody. No, I don't think I can do that right there, God. God, I can handle singing in the choir, God. But now you want me to stop gossiping? I can't even see myself making a phone call without gossiping. I don't know about that God. I don't know about that. He made her extremely has God ever made you uncomfortable before? You thought you was doing enough. You already sacrificed. You thought God should be pleased. I'm going to give you a little bit of water, God. But now you want a piece of bread and all I got is a little bit of flour and a little bit of oil. We're going to mix this thing up. I don't know about that, God. The widow woman was willing to press beyond her own issues and give a little cup of water. But she became extremely uncomfortable with the idea of sacrificing her last. This reminds me of that song. You ever heard this song say he wants it all? He wants it all. He don't just want that little bit you